been following along with me. Today's message is short and sweet, and it's about doing new things and going a little bit further than you've ever gone. So when I coach people in the gym, one thing I always do is I want to bust you out of your comfort zone. So let's say we're doing squats and you have your dumbbells racked at your shoulders and you go for the 10s and you're squatting and you know you can do that. We're doing 5 rounds. So the first round you're doing 10s. On the second round you're doing 10s. On the third round, I am going to hand you some 12s and you are going to bump up and I'm going to see how you do with those. And then on the fourth round, I'm probably going to hand you some 15s. And when you do go with those, on the next round, I'm going to give you some heavier dumbbells, but I'll probably go to like 25 and see how you do with those. And even if you only get 1 rep in and you have to go back down, that's totally fine with me, because guess what? You just started at 10 pounds and you went up. So you grabbed the 10 pounds because you knew that you could do that. So there was some comfort there. I busted you out of your comfort zone and I helped show you that you actually are further along than you thought. You're stronger than you thought. And sometimes you just need someone to help reveal that to you. You need someone to just help you see, be a little brave to see how strong you are. So when we're in the gym, I always like to see what everyone's gut reaction is, like what they naturally go to on the weights or, what exercises, because it's usually something you can do, you're comfortable with. But the point of exercise in our gym is to get stronger and healthier and keep yourself safe. And yes, we got all that, but we want to bust you out of your comfort zone. We want you to realize how strong you are, and that even if it's something you can't do right now or you struggle with right now, that you can learn and you can improve and you can get stronger. But the only way to do that is if you do something that you can't do. If you go for something heavier and you have to practice and work up to that. Or an easy one that we can probably all relate to is running. I hear people say all the time, oh, I'm not a runner. First of all, don't ever label yourself with something like that, because if you say I am not, you're programming that in your head. You're teaching yourself that whatever fills in the blank, that's what you are not. I am not a runner. I am not a morning person. I am not a whatever it is. As soon as you say that, you're going to say it over and over again. You program that in. So I always... You got to check yourself when you talk like that. And I always like to let everybody know, like, don't talk like that. You got to say what you are, or that you're working on it. But if you're going for a run, let's say it's a 1 mile run, a lot of people struggle with that. It's a mindset thing. It seems so far. And so if you're going for a run, but every single time that you go for a run, you stop at a half a mile, then you start to think that that's as far as you can go. And every single time you've kind of programmed yourself to stop at a half a mile. So if you want to see if you can run a mile, the only way to do it is to force yourself to go further than that half a mile. No matter what, I don't care if your legs feel like cement blocks and you're gasping for air and you just want to stop. As your feet are going to stop, you have to just talk to yourself. Don't stop, don't stop, don't stop, don't stop. And you have to go further than that half a mile. When you go further than that half a mile, I promise you, you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I actually did it. And then you start to get excited because you didn't realize that you could actually run longer than a half a mile. It's just that you have always stopped at that half a mile. And so you program that in, that that's what you can do. Same thing in the gym. If you always go for the same size weights, you're just saying to yourself that you can't go any heavier, but you haven't tried it. You got to pick up the heavier weights. It's the same thing with your diet. If every time that you say you're going to get healthy and I'm going to start eating good, and you only make it to day 3, it's because that's what you've conditioned yourself to stop at. You think that you can't go further. You think that that's all you've got in you. You've got to get out of your comfort zone, and you've got to be so committed to your goals and improving that you don't let yourself stop at that day 3. It's like that weak mindset. We have 2 sides to ourselves. We have like a weaker side that gives in when things get hard. When things get uncomfortable, you have that side of you that's like, okay, well, you can take it easy. And then you also 100%, every single person has this B side of them that like wants more, and you want to get your goals, and you want to go strong, and you want to go heavy, and you want to just bust through all these comfort zones and hit new goals and go through your plateaus and just prove to yourself how strong you are. But you also have this like weaker side of you that is always talking. So you have to have this beast mode voice louder than this weak one. So when this weak one comes in and is like, you've done this for 3 days, this is like, just give up. This one was like, no, we're going further than this. You said 6 weeks, we're doing this. Like, you can't let yourself quit. You gotta go further. You gotta go further than you've ever done, because you're gonna recondition yourself. So then when you go that little bit further, that's like your new norm. And then you got to take it just a little step further and a little step further. So if you think about just like adding one step further, a little bit at a time, like every day, you're just going to do a little bit more to see how much better you can get. You're going to turn around and in a month you're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe how far I got. Like, I actually followed my diet and did what I was supposed to do for a full month. I used to quit every time at 3 days. Nothing ever worked for me. And it's not that nothing ever worked for you, it's just that you weren't committed enough, okay? So I want you to stay committed to your goals, whatever it is, your health goals, your nutrition, your workouts, and I want you to push yourself. When you feel like giving up, do not let yourself do it. It's like at all costs, because you deserve to feel how good it feels to hit your goals. You deserve to feel like what consistency does for you. It turns you into an animal. You're like, you start believing in yourself, your confidence grows, your body changes, like everything changes, and you deserve to feel how good that feels and how happy it makes you, but you'll never get that far if you always quit at the same point. So if you're coming into the gym today, we have 45 seconds of work intervals today. If you always, our timer, y'all know, my gym people, y'all know our timer does the countdown. 3, 2, 1, done. Don't stop at that 3-second countdown. Everyone hears that 3-second countdown, and I see y'all starting to stop in here. You cannot do that. The work interval is 45 seconds, okay? It's not 42, it's not 40, it's not half of that. You don't get 10 seconds before you jump in. When it says go, you start and give it your best for the whole 45 seconds. Don't stop at the 3-second countdown. If that's where you always stop, you have to cut that out. You have to show yourself you can go the whole time. No stopping, okay? All right, y'all, let me know how you're doing with your goals. I know a couple people said that they wanted to track alongside of me for the next 6 weeks, but they didn't feel like posting their pictures of themselves, and you don't have to do that. If you want some accountability, posting your pictures or taking progress pictures does a lot for you. It kind of like gets you out of your comfort zone where, you know, first you're taking the pictures so they're there for you to see. But if you want to send them to me, I won't share them with anybody. There's something powerful that kind of forces you into action when you take those pictures. It's like a mindset change. You're like, okay, well, this is who I am, and that's cool, but I'm going for something more. And like when you share them with someone, which is why I like to share them on Facebook, it just forces you into action. It's like I'm okay with who I am, but like I'm saying goodbye to that person because I got goals and I'm working on it, and I just took these pictures to show myself I'm not coming back to this. I'm going to make progress. I'm going to move forward. And sometimes sharing those will help you do that. So if you don't want to post them, it's cool. Just send them to me, and you can send me your progress pics every week. We're going to do a side-by-side. Take it week by week. All right, y'all. Have a great day.